Alright guys, we have the Marvel Rivals Season 1 official patch notes. So this means we have all the balance changes here. I just released, so I'm doing this quick video so you guys can have the info. We'll break it all down, give our thoughts, and yeah, let's go. Okay, Marvel Rival version 2025-01-10. So this is the Season 1 date on January 10th, and these are the balance changes. As Season 0 draws to a close, our analysis of battle data has revealed significant shift in teams' composition within regular matches, showcasing a vibrant diversity of lineups. Okay, so yeah, guys, they released also the win rates and pick rates, so we will look at all of those right after this patch note. Maybe it will help us understand why they made all of these changes. However, as the skill level escalates, compositions centered around double shield and range have displayed considerable prowess. Despite this, players have continuously honed and experimented with new composition and strategies, further enriching the battlefield. For example, a potent combination featuring Psylocke and Star-Lord has brought unparalleled map control through high mobility and formidable mid-range damage, while pairing like Namor and Winter Soldier emphasized defensive counterattacks, fortifying the rear lines of seizing opportunities for combat advantage. I haven't really seen a lot of Namor or Winter Soldier combo, but yeah, Psylocke, Star-Lord were definitely played a lot. Star-Lord wasn't banned that much in Diamond and above, but Psylocke for sure. Whether formation revolved around Hulk's might or Adam Warlock's team-up abilities or a selection of heroes tailored for specific scenarios, it became clear that players are delving deeper into the world of Marvel Rivals. Hence, in the first half of Season 1, we are set to make balance adjustment to certain heroes, enabling a broader roster partake in more intricate gameplay, ensuring a richer, more engaging, and diverse gaming experience for all. Okay, so yeah, they want to allow more heroes to be viable at like the higher levels or competitive. This makes a lot of sense. At the same time, regarding season bonuses and team up, we'd like to clarify that given the brief duration of Season 0 and everyone's recent acclamation to Marvel Rival, we will not make extensive change to adjust team-ups abilities in Season 1. Instead, we will make minor adjustment to existing team-ups values. Okay, so there will be some tweaks to team-ups. Fear not, we are not planning exciting redesign and adjustment to team-ups abilities. Fear not, we are planning excited redesign. So we are going to get new team-ups in Season 2. That's in that 3 months. Below, we will provide a detailed introduction of the balance adjustment in the first half of Season 1. So there will be probably a second balance adjustment patch on in like 6 weeks. Suit up, rivals, and prepare to like the battle. Okay, adjustment. Let's start with tanks. Vanguards here. We have Captain America. Steve will receive some enhanced survivability, allowing more frequent entering and exiting of combat. So we reduce the delay time for shield restoration after releasing Living Legend for 3 seconds to 2 seconds. Okay, so he will get his shield a little bit quicker, just a small tweak here. Reduce Liberty Rush cooldown from 12 seconds to 10 seconds. So Liberty Rush, I think this is the dash that only does 30 damage. So like they said, it's just for allowing more entering and exiting combat. So this is actually a significant change. 2-second cooldown, that's huge. Increase base health from 650 to 675. Also, just a little bit tank here. Reduce the energy cost for releasing Freedom Charge, the ultimate ability, from 3,400 to 3,100. So is that like a 10% decrease almost? Yeah, a little bit less than a 10% decrease. Reduce the additional health provided per second to self after releasing it from 110. Okay, so you have it a little bit quicker, but you get a little bit less health per second. I think this is still a buff. I think all of these are good changes for Captain America. I played him on the dev build, and or people have been playing him on the dev build, and he seems much more oppressive, honestly. So these are very good tweaks here. Doctor Strange will be reducing the threat range and increase the defensive window of Sorcerer Supreme. Add damage fall-off to Maelstrom of Madness and Gamma Maelstrom, starting at 5 meters and reducing to 70% at 8 meters. So this is E ability, the explosion. So it will deal max damage only up to 5 meters. So you need to be close to your targets. This is a little damage nerf, but I don't think it's huge. Yeah, just a small damage nerf here for the E ability. So yeah, I don't think this is that bad. It kind of felt unfair when you were at that very edge of 8 meters and we're hit by the max damage. Yeah. I'm not too scared about that. Slightly decrease the shield value recovery rate after releasing Shield of Seraphim from 80 per second to 70 per second. So he will need to wait a little bit longer to get his full shield back. These are just small nerfs. I don't think this is huge. I've played Doctor Strange, which is my main on the dev build once again, and he still seemed pretty good. So yeah, I don't think this hurts Doctor Strange too much. I think it's good. He was just a little bit too oppressive, so this will help. Thor, the God of Thunder, could use some slightly increased survivability and improve the success rate to his ultimate ability. So he increased base health from 500 to 525. That is good. And then added immunity control effect during God of Thunder. So he can't be stunned now out of his ultimate. So yeah, pretty much like a nerf to like Penny Parker and stuff like that. This will help Thor, but it's once again, they're just doing like small tweaks here and there. So this I don't think will be a game changer. Hulk, Dr. Banner has been dominant, but some decreased sustained combat capability upon entering the battlefield will bring him more in line with other Vanguards. So reduce the indestructible guard gamma shield value from 250 to 200. This is a big change actually. I wonder if this is because his E or his left shift, his shield actually gives him charges for his ultimate. So I wonder, does that mean he will get less charge, or does that mean he will get more because there's less value? So I think it's like about 10% you get for like breaking the whole shield. So will it still be 10%, or will it be like 8% now or something like that? I don't know. Small nerf to Hulk makes sense. Hulk was played a lot. He was banned as well. And then Venom, with increased survivability and the threat of his ultimate ability, the symbiote menace will strike fear into the backline of all enemies. So increase the symbiotic resilience bonus health ratio gain per lost health point from 1 to 1.2. So he will get a bigger shield, so even harder to kill, and increase the base damage of Feast of the Abyss, his ultimate ability, from 40 to 50. So a little bit more damage from his ultimate. Small tweaks here once again. I think this, honestly, these are good changes to tanks. I think they cooked. I think they cooked for tanks. Like they balanced them so that I think they will all pretty much be at a closer level than they were during Season 0. Okay, now the Dualists. Black Panther. So I actually played Black Panther and he seemed much weaker, if I'm being honest. So we're slightly decreasing the child's combat survivability, reducing the additional health provided to self after refreshing Vibranium marks with Spirit Rend from 40 to 30. So he will get less health, and the upper limit of additional health provided from 120 to 75. So yeah, he has less health, making him, so he does have like the same amount of damage, but he's going to be much more squishier without having like the full 120 shield. Yeah, that sucks. Black Panther is very cool, but he feels kind of weak. It was obviously, guys, it's early. It's very early, but like for the few games I played him, he didn't seem as good. Black Widow, please a buff to Black Widow. Please a buff to Black Widow. Natasha was very much in need of optimization when evaluating the release experience of her abilities, as well as slightly increased to the threat of her ultimate ability. Yeah, her ultimate sucks, and they can't really buff her basic attack because then she's going to one-shot, so they need to tweak the abilities. So increase the range of the first effect of Edge Dancer from 3-meter radius to 5-meter radius. So this is the knockback into grapple. I thought it was very short. So bringing it to 5-meter will help a lot, making her seem like more defensive. Kind of like Hawkeye's left shift. I think this will be closer to that. And then reduce the time required for Fleetfoot to recover from 0 stamina to full from 12 seconds to 4 seconds. So, okay, so she will always be able to run. Very cool. Very cool. Much more running potential here. And then reduce the time required for Electro Plasma Explosion, the ultimate, to reach maximum power from 1 second to 0.6. So her ultimate, she will be able to just pull it out, do it much quicker. But it doesn't do more damage, it doesn't slow more. So yeah, good changes here. She needed a buff. This is not too much. She's not going to be probably extra oppressive, I don't think so. But yeah, Hawkeye, nerf Hawkeye, kill Hawkeye. We'll be decreasing the medium long range damage capability, reducing the threatening combat radius, and slightly improving the close combat resistance for the Avenging Archer. So slightly reducing the spread angle between every 2 blast arrow. What does that mean? Reducing the spread angle between every 2 blast arrow. What does that mean, guys? Let me know down below in the comments if you guys know what they mean here. The blast radius. I don't know. The spread angle between, I don't know. Reduce the triggering distance of passive ability archer focus from 60 meters to 40 meters, reducing the maximum additional damage of the passive from 80 to 70. Does that mean he can't one-shot? Can he still one-shot? We're going to have to test it, guys. We're going to have to test it. Does that mean he can't one-shot anymore? I don't know. But this is a good change. So he can't really spam us more. It's much harder to get his full charge. He can't really just look somewhere, get his full charge, and just drop a random arrow. I tested him. He's not as good. I think this will help a lot. I don't know what that means. Let me know down below. Hela. Kill Hela. The Goddess of Death has been a menace and will slightly decreasing her combat strength. So she does the same amount of damage, but now she has 250 health instead of 275. So she'll be a little bit more squishy, more counterable by all those like Black Panther, Iron Fist, Spider-Man. All of those dive hero will be able to kill Hela much easier. So this is a very good change, actually. I don't think her damage was that much of the issue. I think this is a good change. Small tweak once again. I like it. Okay, next up, Magic. Magic. The Queen of Limbo needed an increase to her threat after unleashing her ultimate ability. Okay, so they increased Umbral encouraging damage in Dark Child form from 115 to 135. So a little bit more damage during her ultimate. I feel like that's not what they needed to change. I feel like maybe cool down her portal or cool down her E, but I mean, that won't hurt, obviously. But I kind of feel like her ultimate already like 1v5'd the whole team. So yeah. Okay, Moon Knight. The Hand of Khonshu will receive a slight increase to the threat of his ultimate ability. Increase the number of talent generated by Hand of Khonshu from 10 to 14. Talents generated. Guys, if I'm completely honest, I don't know what they're talking about here. What number of talents? Oh, okay, so the amount of projectiles, there will be 14 instead of 10. Okay. I think that's a very good change, but it's too small, so they increase the explosion radius of each talent from 4 meters to 5 meters. Okay, so his ultimate will just deal much more. Okay, good buff. His ultimate was probably one of the worst ultimate in the game, unless you paired him with like a Groot that does his ultimate as well. Good changes here. Namor. We're optimizing the throwing field of Namor's eggs, adjusting the throwing field of Monstro Spawn and Frozen Spawn. Now Namor can more accurately throw them to desired location. I feel like that's like a non-change, just like a, I don't know. Maybe he throws like further, maybe. I don't think this is a buff, really, that much. But Namor was in a good spot in my opinion. Psylocke. We'll be providing more options for other heroes to counter the Demon Slayer's ultimate. So how can we counter the ultimate now? Now Dance of Butterfly will check for barriers, including Magneto's Metal Bulwark, Hulk, Indestructible Guard, etc. Okay, so does that mean now you need line of sight? Now you need line of sight, so if you do put a shield, if you do something like that, she won't be able to hit you with the ultimate. Good change, great change. This is why Psylocke was so annoying. I think this makes still Psylocke very good, but now there is some ways to counter her, and this is how Marvel Rivals should be. The Punisher, we're slightly increasing the damage capabilities of Frank's weapon, slightly reduce the spread of Deliverance and Adjudication. Is that his normal weapon? Let me check. Is that his basic weapon? Okay, so guys, Education and Deliverance, this is both his weapons. So both of them will have a reduced spread, meaning he will be more accurate, more in line with like the Hela hit scan type of character. I think it's a great change. Awesome. Punisher will be a little bit better here. I think he will actually be a very good pick. He was already a pretty good pick. Scarlet Witch, bro. Scarlet Witch is very good now. We're increasing Wanda's combat strength when she's facing Dualists or Strategists. Increase Chaos Control fixed damage from 50 to 60. I think this is her basic attack. So now we'll do 60 per second instead of 50, but it does 3% of max health instead of 5%. Right? Still a buff, guys. Just consistent damage, because this means she was dealing more damage to tanks, but now she deals more damage to like squishy target, which is much better. Increase the burst projectile damage from 30, so her right click as well does more damage. It does feel like a lot more damage, honestly. Scarlet Witch is going to be a threat for sure. Okay, guys, now Storm. Storm seems very powerful. The Weather Witch needed an overall increase to her damage capability. We're also optimizing the feel of her left click projectile and the release experience of her ultimate ability. Increasing wind blade projectile speed from 100 to 150 meters per second, and left click damage from 50 to 55. So the projectile move much quicker, much easier to hit targets, and deals more damage. And then the right click also deals more damage. Increase bolt rush damage from 70 to 80. So very, very cool, guys. I love that they're buffing Storm because Storm has so many counters such as Hela, Punisher, like Adam Warlock, all those hit scans, obviously. But now she will be, like, you will need to address her. And then after releasing Omega Hurricane, the ultimate, the bonus health provided for herself will increase from 350 to 450. Moreover, following its conclusion, the extra health will no longer vanish instantly, but will instead diminish at a rate of 100 per second. So her ultimate, it's even harder to stop that ultimate. I don't know why they buffed the ultimate. That wasn't the issue at all. But okay, Storm, very good, very solid. Squirrel Girl. We're increasing the threat of Dorian and her furry friends in their ultimate ability. Addition of a new effect to the unbeatable Squirrel Tsunami, the ultimate. The squirrels will rush towards the nearest enemy after bouncing instead of bouncing randomly. This is going to be huge. That was probably the worst ultimate. So now they're going to go for targets. This is cool. That's a gold change. And then reduce the health from 600 to 300. So now you can actually destroy it. So if they're charging you can just use the shoddy and destroy it. Very, very cool changes. Winter Soldier. We'll be adjusting Bucky by decreasing his long-range combat strength and increasing his survivability in medium to close range. Okay. Increase the bonus health provided by Bionic Hook and Tainted Voltage from 30 to 40, so he gets more shield. And then increase Rotostern projectile from 70 to 75, so he does more damage up close. Reduce the area of damage from 70 to 65, and reduce damage decay from 65 at 40 meters to 60%. So he does a little bit less damage at 40 meters. Reduce the damage from okay. So he does more damage up close, but less damage further, right? Because they gave him +5 here, but then they gave the area damage, so the AOE, the explosion, less damage. So this is a nerf overall to his weapon, but he does get more health, and he gets an increased base health. So I think this kind of, this is kind of a buff. So he's not really the type of character now anymore to deal with like range targets or spamming down chokes, but more like you catch someone in close range and you can just melt him very easily with, and you do have a lot of shield. You can stand in the front line. So more shield, more health, tiny bit less damage, and then at long range. Wolverine. Logan will receive an increase to basic combat strength, but a slight decrease to additional survivability after activating Undying Animal. So now he has 350 health instead of 300. This is huge. This is huge. This is going to be dangerous. Reduce the damage reduction ratio provided by Undying Animal from 50 to 40. Okay, so his E will be less powerful, but he does have the extra 50 health. This is huge. Wolverine's going to be very oppressive. Oh my god. Okay. Wolverine was already really good, so this is why this is dangerous to me. Now, let's get into the Strategist. Cloak and Dagger, Taya and Tandy will receive an increase to their healing capabilities, as well as an expansion to the coverage area of their ultimate ability. Reduced Dagger Storm cooldown. I think this is the Big Bubble AoE. So this is much more healing. This is huge. And then increase the number of dashes in Internal Bond from 3 to 4. Big buff to the ultimate. Huge buff to the ultimate, actually. And then big buff to the healing capability. Cloak and Dagger are going to be very powerful. They were already really good, but now it's going to be insane. Jeff the Landshark will be adjusting the range for his ultimate ability, so it now better fits the warning marker. In addition, we'll also be increasing his healing. It's Jeff, the ultimate range from a 10-meter sphere to a 10-meter radius. 5 meters high. Okay, so now it's not a 10-meter sphere. It's now a cylinder with a 5-meter high spell field. This means that if you have a big jump, you're a Rocket Raccoon, you dash up, you'll be able to survive. So if you're in the air, you won't be caught. This is a good change because it was really frustrating. But then increase the healing of Joyful Splash from 140 per second to 150 per second. So he will heal more. I think this is just good changes. This is just, it was just frustrating. But then this is a good buff to the heal. I don't know if he's going to be that good, man. Like, he needed more than that to actually be very solid. But once again, we'll have to see. Luna Snow. While we've enjoyed her dropping the base, we've made adjustment to Luna's ultimate ability to prevent players from abusing its healing capabilities, increasing the interval for switching between healing and damage in Fate of Both World from 0.5 to 0.1 to 0.5. So this is like the glitch or whatever, when people could spam the switch so you could have both effects instead of just one of the two. So yeah, this is like a bug fix. If you guys are not aware of what I'm talking about, it won't change anything. Mantis will be making Mantis a bit less fleet-footed, reducing her roaming support capabilities. Reduce her passive movement speed boost from 2.5 to 1.5 meters. So she'll be a little bit easier to kill. Yeah, this is actually a fairly decent nerf, but again, not crazy. Rocket Raccoon. Rocket could use enhancement to his healing abilities. Increase the healing of repair mode from 60 per second to 70 per second. So Raccoon gets more healing and not more damage. Raccoon needed more damage, but now he got even more healing. So he's gonna be better, but I mean, it's just like his weapon just feels like it does nothing. So yeah, this is, I don't know, man. I think he's gonna be good, but it's like, just give him more damage, man. He feels like so weak. So if we look at here, I think Raccoon's gonna be good. Mantis is gonna be, Luna's not changing, so Luna's still a good pick. I think Cloak and Dagger is gonna be our biggest winner here. Team up abilities. Hawkeye and Black Widow. To further tone down Hawkeye's oppression, will be reducing his seasonal buff. Oh my god. Okay, so reduce Hawkeye's season buff from 20% to 15%. Okay, so he does have another 5% less damage here. This is huge. This is crazy. Okay, now Hela, Thor, Loki. Much like Hawkeye, Hela's overwhelming power will be receiving a slight reduction. Reduce Hela's season buff from 20% to 15%. So they are nerfing Hela's damage, actually. Huh. Okay, we're going to have to test, guys. We're going to have to test. Like, is she still two-shot? Okay. Luna Snow Nimor will be increasing the threat of Frozen Spawn. So increase the damage from 25 to 27. Okay. Okay, like 8%, something like that, damage increase. Increase Frozen Spawn slowing effect from 25 to 30. Increase the Berserk state from Frozen Spawn from 16 to 18. Okay, so just some good changes, small tweaks, but when you add them together, I think this will make this combo better. Rocket Raccoon, the Punisher Winter Soldier. One of Rocket's best tools will be available more often. Reduce the cooldown from 45 seconds to 40 seconds. So a big buff to Raccoon once again. Very, very cool. Scarlet Witch, Magneto. A bit underwhelming. The damage capability of his father-daughter team-up ability will be enhanced. So now it does the projectile will do 60 damage instead of 55. And then the spell field or the AoE will deal 35 instead of 30. So if you direct impact, you will do instead of 85, you will do 95 damage. That's the direct impact, and then the AoE around it, you will deal a little bit more damage. So very good change here. Scarlet Witch seems like she's going to be very, very powerful. They didn't change Magneto at all, but this combo together will be very, very solid. Thor, Storm, and Captain America will be enhancing the damage capability of Storm side of his team-up ability. So Storm is going to get a buff. Reduce the cooldown of Charge Gale from 20 seconds to 15 seconds. So this is the charge shot that bounces. So I thought it was a very good ability because a lot of the times, like, targets, once they're weak, once you spam choke and they're weak, they're hiding behind walls. Then you could just bounce with the team-up ability and finish off target. So I think this will be very solid to have it just on a 25% quicker cooldown. And increase the damage of Charge Gale from 50 to 55. So it does also more damage. Very, very cool change, guys. This is going to be so interesting. There's so many characters that weren't touched. Characters such as like Iron Man, Magneto, Magic was barely touched. But I think this, like, these are good changes, okay? Just small tweaks. Overall, we still have the ban system. We just didn't want to always have Mantis, always have Hela, always have Luna. Or I guess Luna wasn't touched, right? Mantis, Hawkeye, Hela, all three were always banned. Then Hulk was always banned. Doctor Strange was often banned. So now you'll be able to, when you guys do reach bans, you will be able to ban other characters, allowing different meta every single game. Because most games in bans was, like I said, Hawkeye, Hela, Luna, Mantis. So then the rest of the game was always the same. But bans is supposed to create a different meta every game. So playing a lot of different character is going to be very useful. This is cool. Just the ultimate for Squirrel Girl. I love that change. Scarlet Witch is going to be very impressive, I feel like. And people don't know how to counter Scarlet Witch yet because no one was playing her. But we'll have to theory craft here. Guys, I might go for a Scarlet Witch guide. We'll see. What do you guys think of all of these changes? Yeah, should we quickly look? Let's quickly look at the pick rates, see if there's anything interesting there. Alright guys, so here are all the pick rates and win rates, but we are going to look, we don't want to spend too much time here, so we're going to look only at competitive. I mean, here we have it, guys. So Luna Snow had a huge pick rate. You know what, guys? I'm sorry. I'm going to have to go to Diamond, because, or Grandmaster. Yeah, let's go with Diamond. Okay. Doctor Strange was being played way too much with a huge win rate. So this is good. This is why they made a change. Luna Snow, guys, still hasn't been nerfed. Actually was kind of buffed with the team up ability. But you can see, guys, everyone plays Luna Snow. Everyone plays Mantis, but Mantis was nerfed. Cloak and Dagger was buffed, but was already played a lot. But the win rate, so I think people are looking at the win rate more than anything else. So yeah, so that's why Luna Snow wasn't changed, because she's close to 50%. Doctor Strange was tweaked a little bit because he was, so they're trying to bring everything down to 50% or up to 50%. Groot wasn't changed. Magneto wasn't changed. Rocket Raccoon actually has a huge win rate, but a small pick rate. So Rocket Raccoon might be very oppressive at that rank. Penny Parker wasn't changed. Hela was nerfed a little bit, so this is going to be helpful. You can see that she's not picked that much. That's because she's always banned. Same goes for Psylocke. So that's why we do have changes to those characters. Punisher, small win rate, so now he'll get a bigger win rate with less spread. Thor, he was actually already at 51%, but with a small pick rate, so he will be buffed a little bit. I'm looking at Diamond, guys, so it might be different at your rank. So maybe they're probably looking at the other ranks as well. I'm just looking for the higher echelon, obviously, because that's where I am. But please look for yourself. Maybe we should just go for all. Okay. Where were we? Loki wasn't touched. Namor wasn't touched or buffed a little bit with the team up. Venom was buffed. You guys, I told you guys, Venom was bad, but now I think he's gonna be even better, or he's gonna be better. Moon Knight, man, he's still gonna be bad, unfortunately. I think, even with a buff to his ult. Adam Warlock, okay, wasn't changed. Okay, guys, this is our kind of what I was expecting. You can see here Scarlet Witch never picked in ranked. But I think now she's going to be played everywhere. I think these three characters will be played a lot more. They all had good buffs, especially these two, actually. Scarlet Witch and Storm. Black Widow, we'll have to see. She got buffed, but I don't think she's going to be broken in any way. Iron Fist wasn't touched. Squirrel Girl was buffed a little bit. And then we have Captain America that was buffed a little bit. Wolverine is going to be played more, especially with his buff. Yeah, guys, very cool. I'm excited they're releasing all those picks rate and win rates. This is very cool. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but if we look at everything, who has the lowest pick rate? Storm, Black Widow, Wolverine, Squirrel Girl, Black Panther. Okay, because all of these make sense. They're all getting buffed. Black Panther's getting nerfed. That's because he has like a big win rate, I guess. Wasn't touched. Small buff. Even though she has a big win rate. This is all competitive ranks, right? Namor, Spider-Man. A lot of these characters weren't touched. Scarlet Witch, man. Scarlet Witch is going to be insane, I feel like. Yeah. Okay, guys. This is going to be it. Just a quick one. Just so you guys have the information. It just released today, just an hour ago. So, yeah. With that said, guys, have a good one. Take care. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye, guys.